EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Milton now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, look at this Arizona defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Milton. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Milton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Milton. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Eagles, 6 down. Check. No.
They'll start on the ground with Benson.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Mozzie Smith there to bring him down. You look at this Cowboy defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Cardinals at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Another run here with Benson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a second and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Flushed out right. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now Milton. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Ready up.
2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Milton. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Milton. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Benson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll try to run for it with Benson.
And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go now. 18, run.
He'll drop to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown!
Marvin Harrison Jr.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Milton. It's complete to Diggs.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Chigakonkwo.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Aubrey now for the point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hilliard now from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down but not before he reaches the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. They'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshone.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 7-yard line.
54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Off the play fake. Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The slot man in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Stephon Diggs.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They're going option play on third down. That second down play nets a -4.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
4 receivers split out here. It's 3rd and 8.
Go!
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now it's Miller running right. Loose inside the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 22. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Milton.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
They run over center with Benson.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Chap 60, chap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's Milton now to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go,
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
let's go now.
Here's Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Lamb will go in motion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Milton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
This offense has had it.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
Set, go.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Come on, set. Set, go.
Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Stewart. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Dallas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.